Welcome back to the show. You know, there may not be anyone, including this guy, who has covered more games in Utah sports history than our guest tonight, the one and only rock monster, Mr. Brad
That's
Rock.
true. After 41 years at the Deseret News as a writer and columnist, Brad retired a few months ago.
Yeah.
How's retirement going for you?
It's better than I thought. I mean, it's
Because you don't have
not,
to shave now, apparently.
Yeah,
He's going with the David Letterman retirement
yeah.
look, I think,
Personal
right?
hygiene's out the window. I really don't shower either. Yeah.
I'll just slide over here.
But you look a lot more relaxed. No more deadlines or anything like that.
Yeah, Dirk Facer, I saw him and he said the same thing. But yeah, that I kind of miss the games, but when the game's over and you roll over and go sleep on the couch instead of working, I'm going, this isn't bad.
Oh, I'm envious. I'm jealous.
Looking back at your career, and it was a long career.
Yeah.
What are some of the highlights, just off the top of your head, that stand out?
Well, I had a lot of them that were local, and then there were some national ones that went on. But obviously the finals with the Jazz, Final Four with the Utes, MLS Cup with Real Salt Lake. We're up in Seattle, and they win that. They win that game, win the championship, and our soccer writer, James Edward, looks at me and said, Brad, they won a championship. Yeah, I know. And until that minute, we're going, this isn't going to happen. So that was kind of interesting. I was at the Jim McMahon Miracle Bowl game with BYU.
Wow.
SMU. And I covered about 10 World Championship fights.
Wow. Yeah. People don't think of him as a boxing beat writer.
Yeah,
Oh,
when I
wow.
started, I had dinner with a world champion a couple nights before he defended the title, Danny Lopez.
Indian Red Lopez.
Remember him?
Wow,
I was down to
sure.
L.A. and I said, can I interview him? And they go, why don't you come to dinner?
Okay.
Kind of strange. Yeah, I'm here with the champ.
Now, you were a longtime jazz beat writer as well, there for the glory days of the 80s and 90s. Who was your favorite jazz guy to interview?
The mailman, I mean, it seems obvious, but he was good, and Wes knows this. It was hot and cold. I mean, some days he didn't want to talk to you at all, and he'd make sure you knew that. Other days he was phenomenal. And there were a lot of really just good guys over there. I mean, Jeff Hornacek.
Sure.
And, John Stockton was really a guy that would have your back. If he let you in, he didn't let you in.
Right.
But if he let you in and you were his neighbor, John Stockton would have your back.
Mark Eaton.
Mark Eaton
was great in it,
really
right? I
good.
mean, he was so thoughtful on
Mark
every
great.
answer.
Thurl Bailey
Thurl,
was one of my favorites.
Anyone that was really tough to interview? I mean, that wouldn't give you what you wanted? Well,
Darren Williams.
Darren Williams, yeah. He was a
Tom
closed
Chambers
book.
had his
Chambers
moments
was
where Tom would be crusty, salty. And so there were always a few. Olden Polynice was a really good interview, but I wrote some stuff, and his wife called me on the phone, wanted to come
Have
after
words.
me on the telephone. Yeah,
More than words,
I wasn't scared of Olden, but his wife, I didn't return the
She
call.
was terrifying.
Any sports that you didn't really like to cover?
Yeah, about all of them. But,
When they give you an assignment, you think,
No.
no, I'd rather not do that.
yeah, there were quite a few. That's a great question, Wes. But all of the Winter Olympics, I had to educate myself on every sport for 21 days. You're going, okay.
You didn't know luge?
Yeah. Well, curling, I was all up. No, I was all over curling. But I did curling, luge, and the one of those sports that I kind of took on. I did like downhill ski racing, but. I think short track speed skating kind of caught my eye. Paulo Ono was the guy,
right.
and I kind of got to understand that.
Now, you got honored at the Jazz game a couple weeks ago. I know you're never one that loves to be the center of attention, but you and your wife Julie out there.
But here I am.
Here he is on TV. That must have been a great honor for you, though.
It was really nice, and I loved it. They made a cake, and it said the Rock Monster. By the way, I got a slice about this big. My wife says, let's go get some cake at halftime. I said, it will be gone. It's in the press room.
media.
We come back, there wasn't a crumb in there. Yeah, free food in the
How
press
did we
room.
miss it? Let's talk about that nickname.
Yeah.
You know what? The Rock Monster. Seriously, one of the best nicknames ever.
Yeah.
Hot Rod Hundley, right?
Hot Rod Hundley, and I hated it. I hated it. For
Really?
a couple. What happened was we had a Deseret News commercial, and it said, for the best in sports coverage, read Brad Rock in the Deseret News. Well, Hot Rod is sitting next to Ron Boone and me one night, my first year on the Jazz, at the Salt Palace. And he had been calling Booner the Boonmeister for some reason. He says, we're here on, looking live with Ron Boone, the Boonmeister, and Brad Rock, the Rock Monster. Well, he did that for a couple nights, so I went to our marketing guy, and I said, Steve, will you call him and tell him to stop this? I said, it's like Barney Rubble or Fred Flintstone, and I don't like this. So he called Hot Rod, or they called Hot Rod and said, dial it down, Hot Rod. So Hot Rod dialed it down for a couple days, And then he about fell asleep doing the drop-in. So finally I said, maybe you better let him do what he wants.
And now you can follow him on Twitter at the Rock Monster.
The Rock Monster.
Right?
It's there. Yeah.
Now, how much sports do you watch now? Now that you don't have to, I'm kind of curious. Do you separate yourself? Like you told me, you don't watch many Jazz games anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch pieces. The great part is I can watch the third quarter.
Right.
You
can just jump in.
I don't have to stay to the end and go in for the interview. I don't watch that much. But I didn't watch that much before until I went, except for being at the games, because I thought, this is like going to work. But I really think it's going to come back around, and I'll go, you know what, this doesn't work anymore.
No,
this is fun now.
You can be a fan.
You, as a writer, you had to cover, but as a columnist, you got to kind of pick and choose and write what you wanted, your own opinion, which I'm guessing was a little better.
Yeah, it's always better. I mean, a lot of people want to be columnists, and yeah, I mean, the beat writer is good because you kind of separate yourself. You say, I'm covering the news, a columnist. You take more heat for it, just like you guys do.
Right.
But it is a better thing because you kind of have a canvas there, and you say, I'm going to do this.
Real quick, what do you miss the most?
I think definitely. I do miss all the people a lot. Don't miss the games as much, but I truly miss getting up in the mornings and saying, I got a column to write. If I can't sleep, I used to be able to go to my office at home and go down and sit down and write columns. I miss that.
Oh, he's the best. We miss you.
You can write our scripts for us if you want. Write some scripts for us and mail them to us. We'd appreciate that.
What do you pay on that?
You don't have to worry about that. We're going to take a quick time out here on Real Sports Live. Coming up, we're going to hear from the coaches and players in another entertaining edition of Bites of the Week. Stick around.